Devils? J-Dawg back and some more goddamn questions. First one is a paid question. Grab some corn and saddle the fuck up, because this is a goddamn essay. I'll try to go through it quick and try to make it fucking entertaining. It's more like this guy's telling me his whole fucking life history. I don't even know if there's any question marks in there. But nonetheless, I guess he wanted to pay $10 to get his life history out of there. So hopefully it's fucking something entertaining. It's from Thomas. Didn't put his goddamn last name. What's up? I randomly came across your YouTube channel. At first, I was annoyed and thought you're just a total jerk. Take a number and get in line, brah. I kept watching through, and now I respect your opinions, regardless whether or not I agree with them. That's the way it should be. Shouldn't everybody's supposed to have an opinion? That's freedom of speech, freedom of thought, freedom of expression. Doesn't matter if you agree with them or not. If you don't like the lingo, just change the channel. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about just in general life. It's the way I live my goddamn life. I don't worry about what any motherfucker thinks or likes. I just make up my own mind. You're just very stern about your beliefs and opinions. That everyone should be. We'll back them up and not bow down. It's the way you should be, brah. No goddamn sheep, no weak in the meek. Believe in something and stand up for it, goddamn it. Don't just fucking be a goddamn jellyfish, spineless fucking goddamn puppet. When I heard your take on Rob Halford and being in the same space as gays, so I guess he's a gay guy. So that's why he wants to tell me his whole life story. I immediately dropped any hate towards you that was building up before that. See that? He's building up hate because he had a different opinion. You would definitely call me a canoe at first, no doubt about it, probably. But I'm above that shit anyways. Called worse my whole life and not a fucking bitch about it. That's the way it should be. People call me shit all the time. Just look in the goddamn comments box. There's got to be something negative on the daily. Fine by me. I mean, you got motherfuckers that think talking about how old I look. What kind of dudes fucking telling another dude how old you fucking look, brah? That's some bitch shit right there. The only fucking person you should be worried about how old they are is if you're a fucking dude picking up a chick, you want to make sure she's of age. That's the only age you should be concerned about, brah. Another dude tells me everything I need to know about you, brah. I just love music and noise, period. I'm 42, a couple years older than me. I'm 42 and was immediately hooked on metal when my family moved back to the U.S. after the Berlin Wall came down. My dad was an Army Ranger, rest in peace. When we came back to the States, I got exposed to Guns N' Roses and Metallica. Hopefully you got exposed to heavier shit than that, brah. I immediately knew this would stay with me. Fast forward to my high school years, graduated Slayer. All right, moving up the ladder. Then one of my friends turned me on to Obituary, which led to Cannibal Corpse and Deicide. The fucking CC and the GB. Can't go wrong. Then I met another metalhead that loaned me the Traces of Death 3 soundtrack and Mortician's House by the Cemetery. Tish is in the house. Ain't nothing heavier than the Tish House by the Cemetery. Heaviest record of all motherfucking time. Not even up for debate. Still liking GNR and Metallica, but the Traces of Death soundtrack and Mortician album opened my mind wide open, and I knew that it can't get any heavier than this. Can't and doesn't. As soon as I got my first job, 16, working at Wendy's, working like a real man at 16. 16-year-olds take note, brah. That there's nothing that pisses me off more than I see a 15-year-old, 15 or older, without a job. Makes my dick itch. You better be fucking mentally disabled or physically disabled if you don't have a job. Otherwise, there's no excuse. I'll go to school. Fuck do you think I did? Went to school too. Nah, bitch ass is just fucking lazy. If you got time to play video games, you got time to be hustling, brah. So, yeah, he's got check marks there. Working at 16, Wendy's. BK veteran over here, brah. I just started ordering random shit from Relapse Records. Every paycheck, 2/3 of it went to Relapse via a money order. Discover Repulsion to them. Same with the Dawg. Sounds like we got a lot in common there, brah. You're definitely right. If you don't know Repulsion, you don't know fucking shit. Yeah, I mean, come on, dude, 100%. Like, that's just... You ask anybody that's in this scene at all, you bring up Repulsion, and if you're kind of asking them, like, say a 19-year-old goes up and asks some guy who's been listening to this for 20 plus years, do you like Repulsion? They just look at you like, yeah, who doesn't? So that's why if you haven't heard of them, it's complete fucking just get fucking lost, bro. You better be a complete fucking newbie, or you just don't listen to the same kind of music. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just you just don't. So don't claim that you do. Don't be claiming death metal and pizza fucking restaurants and shit like that. You don't even what? Repulsion's not even on the jukebox option. You definitely if you don't need to do the math. Nope. This was during the dial-up internet days. Yep. Found it back then too. You can't these fucking pussy boys can't even find it with YouTube. Reading liner notes and whatnot on albums was the way to find out about shit you're searching for. Then the Relapse catalogs. Yep, I remember those. Then I started getting issues of the Grimoire of Exalted Deeds. Yep, I got those too. Bill Zebubov's interviews and albums reviews were fucking hilarious. Yeah, Bill for me was hit or miss. You could, his shit was sometimes funny, but at the same time it wasn't because he was that he reminds me of that fucking terrible actor. Who's the guy in the fucking people like that terrible worst show in existence, The Office? Is it Steve Carell? Is that his name? He's just a fucking Aldi's brand of fucking Jim Carrey. Like you could tell he's trying to be funny, like kind of like dick and fart jokes. Not saying he does dick and fart jokes, but just what he does is it's just a shitty version of Jim Carrey. Like I have never once cracked a smile at any of that guy's shit. Granted, I haven't seen a ton of his stuff. He's just terrible. His noise is annoying. He looks fucking annoying. That Office show is. I've never once cracked a smile. I don't even know how anyone likes it. Like, this is dumb. It's literally trying to be funny. Not supposed to try. It's supposed to just come off organically. So that's how Zebub kind of came off. Like just tits, dick, and fart jokes, and just like kind of like I even me as a teenager reading it, I'm like, you just think I'm like, what is this guy in the fucking third grade? Like, who finds that funny? Like, what he finds funny is what 9 and 10-year-olds find funny. I was like, it wasn't the fucking with the bands, which I kind of do during my interviews. Yeah, that's cool and it's funny, but only if it is funny. If only if it's organic, if it's shit off the top of your head and it's something you actually think and you're kind of like busting his balls, it comes off as funny because you're like, oh fuck, no one else would actually say it to the guy's fucking face. That's why it's funny. You just commenting about something like, yeah, how many times you take a shit? What? Like, who cares? Yeah, I've worked retail my whole life till the last few years, which is totally fitting for bitch ass. Use the F word. That's right. Finally got tired of that bullshit and got a job at a construction company operating a forklift. Hooey, culture shock galore. I went from having people want to knock my teeth out to going to the shooting range with them. Unfortunately, I still wasn't totally ready for that job because of weed and got canned. Life goes on, boo-hoo. Yeah, I'm surprised anybody even cares about it, weed anymore. Isn't it like legal in half the fucking states? Man, I know it's on its fucking way to 10 years from now. It'll be legal everywhere. Now I work at a chicken processing plant. Being gay and white puts me in the minority there. Really, it seems like it, dude. That's the only problem I have with this whole movement thing. It just seems like you guys have more rights than anybody. You get canceled or anything else. If you're a straight white male, that's who they don't fucking like. Go figure. It's like I don't judge any of that shit. So I just thought by default they figure they have to do it. That's the vibe I get. I could be wrong though. It puts me in the minority. I almost quit because of the homophobic bullshit from Africans, real Africans, not African Americans, Hispanics, and Middle Easterns. That's kind of funny that they're giving you hate. Well, I mean, they deal with prejudice too. So if anything, they should fucking know. Like, you would think they'd be the least prejudiced ones because they bitch about getting it themselves. It's like their hypocrisy of the human race, though, never tends to fucking ceases to amaze me. Listening to your channel on top of what I learned at the construction supply company armed me to the teeth on how to handle a problem. What's that? Just don't fucking worry about what anyone else thinks. That's my motto. Because the thing is I truly don't care what other people think. The difference is everybody says that I don't care. I don't care. What I mean by I don't care, like if you like me or you absolutely hate me, it makes zero difference to me. Like it doesn't make any. I don't like. Well, slightly I prefer that he likes me. It makes zero difference to me one way or another. I literally don't care. It doesn't even affect me. It doesn't even cross my mind. That's just the way I've been. So it's like I'm kind of emotionless to it. So put what you want. So that's how I fucking handle it. Get off the weed, stick up for myself, and outperform those stupid fucks. Problem solved, and I get the respect I earned. Fuck that SJW and entitlement bullshit. Not sure what that is, but I'm sure probably everybody else does. But again, I'm usually out of the loop. To be honest, as long as you're not a bitch, being gay is metal as fuck. Helps keep the goddamn population control, too, because there ain't nothing more that I like to see is these goddamn numbers of the human population go down. Way overpopulated. Not with good people either. Religious people don't seem to like it. Ha ha ha. Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them and the horse they rode out on. That doesn't just Christians. That's Christians, Jews, and Muslims. It's all white light religions. White light religions equals slavery, not thinking for yourself, pure stupidity, sheep, you're just a controlled slave under their ideology. Now you have two set of rules. You have to live by your country's laws of rules, and now this spiritual thing that's complete fucking Santa Claus bullshit. You got to live by that too. Fuck that, man. You're only on this planet for X amount of years, 80 years, one shot, one go around. I hate to break it to you. There's no fairy tale at the end of the world. You're going to go up in the sky floating around. I'm going to go see grandma when I die. Like, fuck you are, man. Who believes in that shit? You may as well believe in Santa Claus and Easter Bunny. So enjoy it as much as you want. Fuck their rules. Who are they to say what to tell you to do? Yeah, religious people don't seem to like it, huh? And when I do my job better than them, I get the ultimate satisfaction of them having to eat their humble shit sandwich. Fuck them. Thank you so much, Thomas. Yeah, Thomas, sounds like you and I got shit in common. I got no problems with you. So, well, wasn't really a question, but you paid to want to have that read off. So, what do you think, Devils? What do you think of Thomas's goddamn story? Sounds like, yeah, he's in the fucking Rob Halford Club, which is cool with me. Next goddamn question is from, you know what? Let me get this fucker out of the way. It's a fucking six-parter from Michael Hendrick again. He's been put on the back burner because goddamn. He's like, I got a question. He put six of them. Another round of shout-outs to the Dawg for bands I checked out or discovered from watching the channel and Hellcast. Desultory, Kill Division, Perdition Temple, Skeletal. Sounds about right. Which album gets more spins? Question mark. Metallica, the 598 EP Garage Days. Oh, that gets no spins. I don't think I've ever listened to my entire life. Garage Days Revisited or Exhumed Garbage Days Re-Regurgitated. I mean, the Exhumed gets more spins, but to be honest, I don't spin that very much either. That's my least favorite Exhumed release. Just all cover songs, and it wasn't a bad selection of songs, but I think it could have been better. But yeah, the Metallica, I've never listened to in my life. Because didn't that come out post-Load? And I know they're doing old shit. Like I've said, dude, once Load came out, I remember that came out. I was 11 years old. I thought it was trash central then. I have never listened to anything after that. I've never heard there's Reload. Oh my fucking God. That's got to be bad. The only thing I kind of listened to, because somebody sent it to me and I thought it'd be fucking funny, is I did that review of the one new song that came out last year. Or was it this year? Whatever the fuck. I think it was this year. And it was fucking terrible. Hetfield, the biggest fucking pink panty wearing fucking canoe I've ever heard in my life. His vocals are terrible. No toughness whatsoever. That's the only other thing I've heard by Metallica ever since After Load. Well, they did good shit because they did demos. I'm out of the loop, man. I thought they were complete traitors and no reason to listen to them. And then doing shit with Lady Gaga on stage. You see on YouTube, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Want nothing to do with that shit. 3, if you pre-order an album, will you listen to it on YouTube or a download before you receive the physical release? Neither. I just listen to it when it comes in. Because the only thing I would pre-order personally is bands I'm a fan of. For example, when the new Deicide is announced, I would pre-order that. If the new Tish was coming out, I'd pre-order that. The last stuff I did pre-order, I pre-ordered the last Exhumed album, the last Dying Fetus album, the last Cannibal Corpse album. Those were the last pre-orders I did. 4, I just ordered my 4th copy of Goat Lord Reflection of the Solstice on vinyl. Eventually, I may have a copy for each room in the house. It's important to have goals, and I am going to say I like everything about this album, but most of all the vocals. That being said, what album do you have the most copies of? The one that's coming straight to my mind is Misfits. Fucking my favorite album, Walk Among Us. So, picture this, and I got like 5 or 6 different color vinyls. There might be something that I haven't beat, but that's what's coming to my mind. I have a CD of that too. But as far as vinyl, I think you're just asking vinyls. But yeah, you need just a copy. So picture this CD in 4 or 5 different colors. Since I am placing this order on Halloween, shit, that's fucking recording. It's not too bad. It was 7 days later. So I'm placing this order on Halloween. King Diamond Halloween versus Misfits Halloween. Probably King Diamond Halloween. Although the Misfits Halloween song is very, very good too. I even like the Misfits Halloween Part 2 Halloween, although it's not nearly as good. But flip a coin, I could see either or winning. But as far as the 2 Halloween songs, I'd have to go with King Diamond's Halloween. 6, Don had mentioned going to Ides in Pittsburgh in at least one of your interviews with him. I thought it was a very good place to get music in the '90s. I've never been there, so yeah, that's a you and him thing. It's okay now. Anyhow, I was there once in the late '90s, and Jason Mules, yeah, I know he is Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. Yep, yep, yep. Came into the store with a group of friends and was pretty obnoxious. Oh yeah, so you met that guy? I had a feeling because I liked some of those movies, like the first Jay and Silent Bob and what's Dogma and Clerks 1 and 2. Wasn't there a third one that came out recently? I didn't even see. Oh no, I did see it. That was pretty. Was it? No, I didn't see it. I saw the Jay and Silent Bob Part 2. That's pretty much like balls. So I like a good handful of movies, but I could tell that in real life, would I like that guy? Probably not. I don't know for sure, but if Vegas was taking bets, I'd be like, this guy's probably a total fucking canoe in person. Having said that, have you encountered any movie stars around Cleveland or anywhere else you've been? No, I don't think I've met any movie stars in my entire life anywhere. And I'm not saying I'm sure I've met somebody that's in a movie role. In fact, I know I have, but a movie star like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Steven Seagal, Jean Claude Van Damme, Danny Glover, Mel Gibson, shit like that. I've never met any of these motherfuckers. The Rock, no, none of them. So, but even on that level, Kevin Smith and shit, I've never met him. To be honest, would I? I wouldn't really care to meet any of them unless, like, for example, like if it was like a sit down, have dinner with like Arnold or Sylvester Stallone or something, where you got to hang out with them for like a few hours, have some beers and dinner. One on one, I would just because it'd be kind of cool to pick their brain about. Mostly, I'd talk about business, to be honest with you, and what they invest their money in, and what they think are good investments, shit like that. Maybe stocks and stuff that they throw in some of their side loot. I would talk about shit like that. To be completely honest, I'm not asking fucking Arnold, hey, what do you think of the Tish? I mean, people like that in that world, just like I said, a lot of guys in the bodybuilding world, like I don't even talk about music. It doesn't even get mentioned. There's no point in talking to them about it. Just like most of you guys, when I meet you in person, if I'm in the metal scene or people that I like in the metal scene, unless they ask anything about working out or bodybuilding, I don't even bring that up. They're probably completely oblivious to the amount of knowledge I have in that world because I just don't even talk about it because there's just no point. I just treat it like it was the same with my mom or something. I don't bring those topics up to her. Zero fucking point. I mean, it's like talking to a wall. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's no, it's like that. Thanks for answering my question. Vulgar sucks. Do they still use those crystals? Who? Fucking Vulgars? I know nothing about it. I bought it one time in the last 5 years and it sucked fucking balls. I threw the rest of the air. It was just a thing of big tub of I don't know what you're talking about. Crystals. No idea what you're talking about, bro. Let's get another goddamn question out of the way. It was kind of fucking music matters. Holy fuck. Whole goddamn another goddamn life history again. Not doing that one now. Adam Schnellback. Hey J Dawg, big fan of your channel and the label. Enjoy it watching it every morning. Keep on watching, brah. I have a question for you. What do you think about labels like the Poser Stomp, Maggot Stomp, who are selling Gucci bag merch now? Thanks, PH of a cursed womb. Um, I don't know anything about it. They're selling Gucci bags. The thing is with Maggot Stomp, I don't really pay attention to them. But when they're kind of first coming into the scene and getting popular, um, I'll leave names out anonymous because they probably don't want me saying this. They couldn't stand Maggot Stomp. I'm so sick of those fucking poser ass label. Their words, not mine. I was like, well, what's wrong with it? It's just been blowing up over nothing. And the guy, total fucking newbie, just putting out some retro stuff. And I see the point. The thing I kind of liked about Maggot Stomp, just looking at that, I thought was kind of cool looking, was that it had that whole '90s look. A lot of the albums and shit that I would see, it had that artwork that looked like a '90s demo, and he was only signing like '90s style death metal. So he had like this kind of cool niche. What I did notice is most of the bands I would listen to, I'm like, nothing there. But I like that style of kind of music. For me, it was bands keeping that genre alive, but nobody was really hitting me for the most part. But I thought it was kind of cool for what it was. But now, yeah, people send me stuff and they got like gold, like straight out of the hood fucking necklaces and Gucci. I mean, dude, Gucci, for fuck's sakes. I mean, that's just straight up for guys in the fucking NBA basketball and shit, shooting hoops and sneaker collectors and stuff like that. That's like completely like, again, I don't even want to beat up on that stuff because not my thing. All I gotta say is like, what the fuck does that have to do with metal? Like it's like kind of like Hell's Headbangers putting out cowboy hats and putting the Hell's logo on it. You just be thinking it's just stupid because you're like, why? Like what do cowboy hats have to do with metal? What do cowboy hats have to do with Hell's Headbangers? Like nothing. Exactly. So when I hear a Gucci bag, does that make you a poser? It just makes you like I just question what real metalist would want that. It's just they don't go hand in hand. Like just like when people were doing those basketball jerseys, bands that did them, and there's good bands that did them, then like Exodus and shit. I just always thought that was stupid, and I was like, why would anybody wear that? Like, I don't get it. Like, if it's a band I like, I was like, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't wear that. It's like it's just, I'd have zero interest. I was like, it looks straight up like some Orlando Magic fucking NBA jersey. I'm like, how is that metal? I don't get it. I'm legitimately confused. So does that make someone a poser? No, it just means I think you kind of don't know what the metal spirit is. It just tells me it's a person that's confused that probably doesn't have the metal spirit deep down in. They're probably a weekend warrior. Listen to the shit with their buds, go to a show here and there when it's time to be cool. They're the guys that barely watch the fucking band. They just go in the pit, bro. But beforehand, they're getting fucked up, smoking some weed, dude, smashing 6 or 7 beers, and literally the following morning, like I saw Immolation, but they don't remember Immolation. They can't remember because they're so fucking blasted. They probably had a goddamn good time and more of a no stick up out their ass, fucking like the Dawg might look like. Hey, at least the Dawg got a memory of the goddamn show. So you could argue that like they're enjoying themselves fine, but it just I don't know. It just seems like a party animal to me, and not a goddamn medalist. Now you kind of mix both. I'm not saying don't enjoy yourself, shit like that, but that's just what I see. When I see that shit, when I see sports jerseys, I see weekend warrior guy looking to fucking party. He just so happened to stumble across this because whatever friends, family, influencers he was around, kids in high school, whatever, they so happen to be in this scene, so he had to fit in and be cool. Deep down, he's more of a partier, so who are you going to party with? He's going to party with the metal guys because that's who were around him. I think there's a lot of scenes where people fall into. Like when people fall into, like think about it. Dude, when you go out, like for example, when I go out to Arizona, for example, what is the primary shit that people listen out there? At least the area I go in, like New River area and shit like that. They listen to country. Why? Because everybody else does. It's just they're following each other. That's the group they travel in. Oh, this guy listens to it. Oh, so that's the cool thing. That's who I'm going to hang out with. They just fall. They don't think for themselves, dude. That's just the way. Why do you think it's popular? You go in the hood. What does everybody listen to? Rap. Because they don't think for themselves, dude. That's what they grow up with the friends. So they got a lot of the times, like with the kids that get in the metal, it's because my buddy listened to it and I got into it. It's just what it is. It's 100% what it is. Now, don't get me wrong. Somebody could kind of always get you into it. Technically, yeah, my oldest fucking second oldest brother left behind some Sacred Reich tapes, and that's how I got into metal. So technically, it was another person. But my mindset wasn't just get in it to be cool. And maybe theirs isn't either. But I just think by default, they just feel like this is my bud. This is who I'm around. So this is the normal thing to do. And not everybody does that, but that's the majority. And again, I'm not saying that just for metal. That's for sports. That's for everything. Why do you think go in certain areas? Why is this the main popular thing? It's no coincidence. It's just people not thinking for themselves. They're just posing off the next guy because not even intentionally. They're just doing it without even thinking about it. That's what you're supposed. That's what's cool. That's what puts you in the end. That's what I'm gonna do. So naturally, that's who they're gonna fucking party with and hang with. I think it's fucking lame because that was never how my goddamn mind worked. I always wanted to be the outsider, the fucking the just the person that's different that stood out. But I guess whatever the fuck you're into, then do that. Comes with surgery with the blue, but the Godspot's can't right morning later, goddammit.